You are well, and also hope that your day is going good so far. All right, so today we will be doing our grade 3 English lesson. So we'll be doing our grade 3 English lesson on nouns. And before we start with our grade 3 English lesson on nouns, we're going to log into aplusstudents.ca. Once we've logged into aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of language arts, and then grade 3. So basically we are doing our grade 3 English lesson on nouns, and we have also logged into aplusstudents.ca. So once you've logged in with your username as well as your password, and then you're going to select the subject of language arts, which is also English. All right, then once we've selected the subject of language arts, then we choose grade 3. Then we're going to scroll down up until we get to the chapter of nouns. All right, so once we get to the chapter of nouns, our subject is English arts or English language arts, grade 3, and the lessons that we are going to be focusing on today is to which word is a noun. All right. So our lessons is which word is a noun. And then we're also going to identify the noun. So that is basically our, let's say, our chapter, which is nouns, and our lessons for today, grade 3. We are doing our lesson on aplusstudents.ca. So if you do want to go back to the specific lesson, you can always go on aplusstudents.ca. There on the screen, we have the chapter, which is nouns, the subject, English language arts, grade 3, and the lessons that we are focusing on. All right. So a noun, right? So a noun is a word that either names a person, it names a place, it names a thing, or it even names an idea, right? So the thing can either be an animal or an object, even. So that is basically a noun, right? It is a word that names a person, place, a thing, or even an idea. And that is but an example of a noun. It basically names a place. And there we have a place, for example, it can name, it doesn't necessarily have to say where you are from. It can maybe just mention a place like, for example, house, or it can mention school, or it can mention zoo, or the park, or the beach, right? That is also places that are noun names, right? Then also a noun, it's a word that names a person, right? So it can either name the person by name, so they can even give your name, which is Anna, Claire, Sarah, John, Jack, or we can just say he, or she, or they, right? And then it also names a thing, can either be any objects like laptop, ball, bed, for example, right? Chair, objects or things. And nouns can even name animals, right? So it can either be a dog, a cat, whichever your pet is, a fish, right? So you name that specific things, right? So we said a noun is a word that names a person, like names a place, a thing, or an animal. So basically, what are nouns, right? And we said that it names a person, it names a place, it names things, or it even names ideas, right? So that is nouns. And if we basically give a kind of breakdown of what nouns are or what it represents, then we can say people, right? People. And the nouns, or what are the nouns under, for example, the category of people, and then we can say it is either a girl or a boy or a pirate, criminal, man, woman. Those are nouns. And sometimes we don't even have to, for example, make mention of your name because words like girl, boy, uncle, aunt, right? Then nouns also, it represents places. So it can either be the city, can be the continent, can be the planet, can be the beach, the park. And then a nouns, it also represents things. And the things can either be an orange, a hamburger, can even be knowledge, right? Your thoughts. So the things, like I say, it can be objects, right? Or in this case, they also even put animals under the category of things. And that is basically nouns, right? It names a person, it names a place, a thing, and an idea. All right, so now we're going into the first one, which says, which word is a noun? And we said a noun, it's a word that names a person, place, thing, or idea. And some of the nouns that names people, right? It can be, for example, like daughter, my son, the passenger on the bus, firefighter, right? Nurse, teacher, right? Those are all nouns that names people. And then we have some nouns which names places. And places like in the forest, zoo, island, school, house, the shopping mall, right? Those are all places that you can identify. And then some nouns, they name things like, so things like a canoe, like a little boat, a lion, a hammer. So nouns, it names things like canoe, lion, hammer, ball, dog, right? And then we have also nouns like months or question, the name things you can't touch or see. For example, like months, right? Like January, February, and so on. These are basically things that you cannot touch or see. Months you cannot touch or see, right? And then we also have nouns that names ideas, your ideas, your thoughts, right? For example, courage, wisdom, happiness, right? That is also nouns. And like we say, a noun, it is a word that either names a person, a place, a thing, or an idea. All right, so if we look at the word in bold, right, which is island, we need to say, is the word in bold a noun? I wish I could go on vacation to an island. And the word island, right? Can we basically say that that word is a noun? Island. Is island a noun? And if it is a noun, then what does it name? Does it name a person, place, animal, or thing? An island. All right, so basically we can say that yes, a I wish I could go on vacation to an island. So an island is a noun. The mayor promised that a new hospital would be built. The word mayor, right? The word mayor. So now we need to say, is the word in bold a noun? The mayor promised that a new hospital would be built. So mayor, usually the mayor is either in charge of a community or a town or a city or something. So the mayor promised that a new hospital would be built. And the word mayor, it is basically a noun. It is a noun and it is naming or it names people, right? So, for example, we said either mayor or teacher or, for example, president, right? These are all people that we are naming. All right. And then we said a fossil can help us learn more about extinct animals. So the word extinct, the word extinct animals, is the word extinct a noun? Extinct. A fossil can help us learn more about extinct animals. And if we look at the word extinct, right, and then we can say that extinct is not a noun, right? So extinct is not a noun. So we basically had to identify if the word in bold is a noun. And extinct, or the word extinct, is not a noun. It does not either name a person, place, thing, or an idea. All right, let us go and do our test to say which word is a noun. So we need to say if the word in bold is a noun. It is important not to pollute the river or the stream. Pollute. Is the word pollute a noun? We need to say yes or we need to say no. It is important not to pollute the river or the stream. We need to say whether the word pollute is either if it's a noun or not. So yes, it's a noun, or no, it is not a noun. All right, so pollute, we can say no. So that is correct. No, it is not a noun. It does not either name a person, place, or it does not even, for example, name an animal or an idea. So no, it is not a noun. We need to say this word fresh is a noun. My parents usually notice when a vegetable isn't fresh. So is the word fresh a noun? Fresh. My parents usually notice when a vegetable isn't fresh. Is the word fresh, this word, is it a noun? Yes. Or is it a noun? No. Or isn't it a noun? Fresh. All right, so the majority of you guys are saying no, it is not a noun, right? And one person says that yes, it is a noun, fresh. So my parents usually notice when a vegetable isn't fresh, right? Let's go with the majority that said no. Let's see. And no, it is not a noun. So fresh is not a noun. Why do fishermen wear such tall boots to work every day? So the word boots, is boots a noun? Yes or no? Boots. Something that you wear. Is it a noun? All right, so boots, we can say yes, boots is a noun and it is basically naming things, right? It is things. I always chain my bicycle to a pole. So, to, the word to, is it a noun? Yes or no? To. I always chain my bicycle to a pole. Is this word a noun? I always chain my bicycle to a pole. Do you think this is a noun? Does it either name a person, place, animal, or thing? All right, so if we say, if the word to within the sentence is a noun, so the sentence is, I always chain my bicycle to a pole. Some are saying no, some are saying yes. So let us go with no and see what the results are. So to, no, it is not a noun. Guys, to is not a noun, right? It does not name a person, a place, a thing, animal, or idea, right? Remember, a noun, it needs to name a person, any person, needs to name a place, a thing, or an idea. The hero of the story showed a lot of courage. So the hero of the story showed a lot of courage. We need to say if the word hero is a noun. Hero. So hero. So the hero of the story showed a lot of courage. We need to say if the word hero is a noun. All right. So basically, if we look at the word hero, right, and then we need to say if the word hero is a noun, then it's a yes. So hero, it is a noun, right? Perhaps we'll go down to the creek after lunch, he said. Perhaps we'll go down to the creek after lunch, he said. So the word go, is the word go in bold a noun or it is not a noun? Go. All right. So if we look at the word go, right? Perhaps we'll go down to the creek after lunch, he said. And the word go, we will say no, it is not a noun. So go is not a noun. It does not name a person. It does not name a place. It does not name an animal or even an idea. And does your mayor always nod her head when she speaks? So does your mayor always nod her head when she speaks? It's either we say yes, it is a noun, speaks is a noun, or no, speaks is. So speaks, we need to say if the word is a noun. All right, so if we say if it's a noun, let's say no, because speaks is something that she's doing, right? And remember, a noun is not a doing word, it only names people, animals, places, and ideas. My mom usually seasons all her food with salt. Mom. Is mom a noun? Or no, it is not a noun. Mom. So, mom, we can say yes, it is a noun, right? Because it names a person. All right. I wish I could go on a vacation to an island. Island. Is island a noun? Island. Is that a noun? Yes or no? I wish I could go to vacation to an island. So we need to say if this answer island is a noun. All right, so let's say yes. The word island is a noun because it's basically naming a place. And my dad keeps his fancy car in the garage. So my dad keeps his fancy car in the garage. Keeps is that yes or no for the word in bold? Is that noun? Is that a noun? So the word keeps, is that a noun? Yes or no? All right, so keeps, we will say no, it is not a noun. All right. So we basically now had to say which word is a noun, and then we were able to identify or select the word in bold if that is a noun or not. And remember, we said that with a noun, if you want to try and identify what a noun is, and then you need to remind yourself that a noun, it names a person, names a place, it names a thing, it names an idea, right? And I'm not sure if I also made mention that it names a place. All right, so now we're going to identify nouns. And once again, we see the noun is a word that names a person, place, thing, or an idea. And some nouns, it names people. People like, for example, daughter, passenger, firefighter, mom, mayor, president, right? Those are names of people. Then we have names of places. which is, for example, forest and zoo and islands. And then we also have things, right? Things can either be, in this case, animals as well as objects, right? So nouns, they name things like either a canoe, dog or cat, hammer, bowl, right? So those are nouns that names things. And then we have nouns that names ideas. For example, like courage or wisdom, happiness, right? Those are all nouns that either names a person or people, places, things, or even ideas. All right. So now here it says we need to select the three nouns. So within the sentence, right? Is your wife a doctor at his hospital? So we need to select the three nouns within that sentence. Is your wife a doctor at his hospital? So we need to say if the word yes, three in the sentence it says, is your wife a doctor at his hospital? We need to select three of the nouns. And if we select three of the nouns within that sentence, we can say the three nouns is wife is a noun, doctor is a noun, and hospital is a noun. Because we had selected now three nouns within that sentence, which is wife, doctor, as well as hospital. All right, we're moving along. A good doctor or a good doctors, they need to have wisdom. So now we're going to select the two nouns within the sentence, which is a good doctor's needs to have wisdom. So we need to select now the two nouns within this sentence. A good doctor's need to have wisdom. So a good doctor's needs needs to have wisdom, meaning that he needs to not necessarily say he needs to be clever, but it's an advantage. So he needs to have wisdom. All right, so if we choose the two nouns, and then we can say, so good doctor. So we can say then if we select the two words or the two nouns that let's say, needs to have wisdom or a good doctor's. So a good doctors either need wisdom. So which word? So you said we have doctor and wisdom. All right. And carrot is a vegetable. We need to select two nouns. So a carrot is a vegetable. We need to select two nouns. So a carrot is a vegetable soup. All right, so if we select the two nouns within that sentence, and then we're going to say it is a carrot and vegetables. So that is basically the two nouns that we have identified within that sentence, which is carrots and these vegetables or vegetable. All right. So now let's go to our test, right? So we're going to a test where we are going to identify nouns, right? If we look at the sentence, does your cousin own a camera? We need to select two of the nouns within that sentence. So select two nouns. Does your cousin own a camera? Is it cousin and camera or own and camera? All right, so if we select the two nouns in order to complete the sentence, then we can say cousin, sister. All right, so we can say cousin and camera is correct. We need to select the two nouns. Is your brother still inside his bedroom? So we need to select the two nouns. Is your brother still in his bedroom? All right, so if we select the two items, all right, so if we select the two nouns, is it brother and bedroom or is it inside and bedroom? All right, so now we need to select is it brother and bedroom or inside and bedroom? All right, let's go to brother and bedroom, right? And that is us identifying a noun. Look at the picture once again, right? Or the screen. It says one, select the two nouns. Select the two nouns. Put the two nouns within that sentence. So the two nouns is a queen and place or queen and huge. So select the two nouns, the queen that lives in a huge palace. So we need to select the two nouns. And if we select the two nouns, do we say queen and place or do we say queen and honey? I'm huge, sorry. Big, huge. All right, so if we select the two nouns, then we can say queen and palace. So the market is next to the hospital, the two nouns. Is it market and hospital or next and to? So we need to select the two nouns. If we select the two nouns, we're going to say it is market and hospital. Because next to a nope, that we cannot say is a noun. So market and hospital, right? All right, let's do one more. Select the three nouns. Is your wife a doctor at his hospital? So is your wife a doctor at his hospital? We need to select the nouns, either wife, doctor, hospital, or wife, this hospital. All right, so if we select the three nouns, we're going to say it is wife, it's doctor, it is hospital. All right. Okay, so far we only did the two lessons, which is which word is a noun, as well as to identify the nouns, right? And the chapter of nouns. And we said that nouns, it names a person, it names a noun, it names a person, it names a thing, it names an idea, it names a place, right? So that is basically a noun. So you don't specifically have to give the name of the place. You can maybe just say a zoo, a park, a beach, and so on, right? So that is basically what a noun is. It names, it is a word that names a person, place, thing, or idea. All right, so grade threes, this is now the end of our lesson on nouns. You should have a good day further. Goodbye.